come with me to the beautiful Ninh Binh in Vietnam. So one thing I really love about Vietnam is that a lot of the experiences that you book automatically come with transportation, which is amazing. And Vietnam is definitely a budget travel destination. So here are some of the views that we saw on the way there in our van. As we got closer to Ninh Binh, you could definitely tell that the vibe was changing, the green scenery, like you could just see it. It was beautiful. So here is us walking up. Here is the tour guide that we were with. We did backstreet tours with in Hanoi, Vietnam, and y'all, literally as soon as you walk into Ninh Binh, it is just beautiful. And let me go ahead and let you know there is a lot of walking just to actually get to the part where you do like the hike up the steps, but you don't even care because it's so beautiful. It is a tourist thing to do in Vietnam, so of course there's going to be areas where they have like vendors or different things that you can purchase. They even had a little reception area over there. We took a lot of photos here. Like I said, just so much really cool views to see. And then also just the way they had it decorated was really cool. So I've never seen green like this in my life, y'all. This is what it looked like at the top. Do not be fooled. The steps that it took to get up here were insane. But look at these views. Like, how can you even care? I mean, I'm pretty sure I like died twice coming up these stairs, but it is what it is. These views were 100% worth it. Again, I've never seen anything like this, and they were just 360 all around. Like, I could not stop taking videos. I could not stop looking. It was just honestly amazing. And there's like different levels. You can see like the steps down here. Y'all be careful. Y'all see I have my hand on my husband's shoulder going down because those steps are intense and they're not all even. If you're not like in top physical shape, honestly, I don't even recommend it. And when I say top, I mean, you know, you're not going to fall. So we got back in the van, headed to the next place. We saw some water buffalo on the way. Here's our tour guide just kind of telling us instructions about the next place. I really did love this company. This was the second tour that we did with them. So next up was doing the boats, which was also really cool, because these were boats that the Vietnamese people rode with their feet, which was super cool. So here you can see the person who was driving our boat, who was happy to be in the camera. And this was also really cool. So this boat ride, it was like an hour and a half. And I'll be honest, at first I was thinking that's going to be too long. That's just doing too much. But it is literally just so peaceful and beautiful. You don't even mind it. Like, you honestly don't. We went through several caves. So here is one of the ones that we went through. Some of them were different than the other ones. It was always just kind of cool to look up and see these. And it was nice to have a moment of shade because it wasn't like super hot because I was in Vietnam in March, but you know, still sunny. And you can see my husband up here just straight up chilling in the front. Again, this is another one of the caves. And then afterward, we went to eat. Y'all, I will never be able to express to you how delicious the food is in Vietnam. Like, I just feel like Vietnam and Thailand, they got it. Like, they got it. Like, top 5 best foods in the world. So we were headed out to leave. We could still see some people on the boats. And then next up was the Jeep tour. So there was a lot of stuff in this tour that we booked, which I have mixed feelings about. Sometimes I don't like when tours are like thing after thing after thing after thing, because it's like really long in terms of like a really long day. But this honestly was just such a cool experience. So they have options. You can do the Jeep. They have like a little moped you could do. We chose the Jeep, and we did not regret it at all. So this is a military Jeep. We like rode past some locals, still had beautiful views. My husband was falling asleep. I had to get him on the slump cam. Lots of green, lots of just beauty all around. And then we visited a few temples. I'll be honest with you, some of these were a little underwhelming for me just because I've been to a lot of temples in Asia, but it was still cool. This one I really liked, and we actually stopped here and took a lot of really cool photos, like with the temple and then like in the Jeep. And yeah, we got some good content here, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. So, you know, we are now back in the Jeep. We actually ended up riding through the town where people can stay. And I was thinking, honestly, staying here for probably like 2 nights would be cool if you wanted to be in the Ninh Binh area. This was another temple that we went to. I think this was the biggest one. Me and my husband had to put these things around our waist because you can't have like your legs or your shoulders showing, which is fine. I've seen this often. We saw that in Bali as well. So this was the last temple we went to. And then, yeah, there were a lot of people out here taking photos and stuff. Overall, y'all, this was such a cool experience. If you go to Vietnam, you need to go to Ninh Binh because the views are out of this world. I really, really liked this tour with backstreet tours. And yeah, and if you want to travel and you don't know where to start, grab my free travel guide for beginners at the top of my profile.